Bummer Fox at your service. This video will be about John K Uhler, a man who has some credentials in corrections and criminal psychology that turned himself into a walking argument from authority fallacy very quickly. Let me tell you a little bit about John here. That will be an important thing to remember later on this video. His credentials might appear correct as he has worked at a state correctional institution as a psychologist, but he first ruined his professional reputation by forging patient documents as he was charged with forgery by the Department of Corrections Office of Special Investigation because he forged patient signatures for patients he had never met, as if the patients agreed to their special recovery plans when the patients actually didn't. This will become very important later. The, and video evidence shows that he did not meet with the patients that he claimed he did. He was sacked by the Pennsylvania Department of Corrections, though unfortunately he was still able to become an LPC, practicing clinician. He is also said to have had chased a colleague to her home with unused rape kits to try and make her use them against her will. The earliest posts that I can find include John taking pictures out of context and calling people porn addicted without even having any time with these particular people to actually diagnose them. The thing about these pseudo experts is they rely on scripts and checklists as well as easy tells. The thing about the real world is you can't just look at a picture of someone taken completely out of context and tell that someone is a sexual predator. Just because there's a bite model doesn't mean that you can just look at one single picture out of context and go, aha, that's a cult. You have to actually do research into a movement or religion to determine how controlling they are or specific behaviors that rate high on the bite model to determine if it is a cult. Here he is with, I think it's a trans woman dressed in stilettos and the goth girl outfit, and claiming she is a porn-fueled deviant man who will stop at nothing to gain access to the private spaces and private parts of women and children, when this is a picture of someone in their private home just sporting a look as if Johnny Boy here was abducted by a fucking alien in the 80s and 90s and they got so sick of his dipshittery, they decided to punish us all by returning him to Earth. Like, bitch, please. This style has been around for decades, yet there has been a steady drop in murder rates, sexual assault has been pretty variable, smoking has been in decline, etc. So what the fuck sort of ridiculous link is this guy talking about? I don't even think he knows. He then started obsessing about an official at the Department of Energy under Biden who apparently has been let go because he stole some clothing from an airline bag. This is where John takes one smidgen of truth and piles on a whole bunch of accusations and tries to argue his credentials instead of making valid points and calling anything that deviates from the straight white male is deviant. Okay, boomer, we've heard this several upon several times. This look, this look? Okay, I'm gonna have to put up a bunch of pictures of convicted pedophiles. Tell me how they look, Johnny boy. Really? Fucker Carlson? The guy that supported the rape of a schoolboy by his teacher? Oh, of fucking course he would be on the side of Glinner, the most unfuckable man in the world. This freaking chart is just including additions that they want to link because they don't like mermaids or John Hopkins University at, wait, London School of Economics and Political Science? Association for the Sexual Abuse Prevention? What? What? I don't even! Here he shows some pictures that appear to be rather doctored, because you can clearly see that some of the scars in the first picture don't appear in the second. Weird how that works, huh? Oh wait, what's this? He's going after InfoWars! I want to now mostly focus on where he baselessly attacks people in the furry community and actually stalks and openly lies about people because that is a community that I am a part of. Here he clearly shows he has no idea what he is talking about. My dude, lots of furry stuff is out in the open and there's nothing wrong with it. And we still have conventions world fucking wide. Yeah, worldwide. You aren't the first asshole to come after us with bullshit accusations that show you're a joke of a clinician and an embarrassment to your profession. And you won't be the last. You don't scare us, and we aren't going away. I hate pedophilia and zoophilia. I don't even like cub art or diaper art. There's some adults with diapers on. Well, you do you. But that's just not my thing. I make it clear that mature artwork or sexually explicit artwork should be 18 plus, and several furry artists do the same. A lot of what John does is just assume things without posting actual evidence, then slapping his argument from authority fallacy on just to make him look so smart. When I am around in suit, I've had my picture taken with kids in the picture. You know, just like what mascots would do at a baseball game. None of the parents have thought I was a threat to children because, guess what? I'm not into kids. My dude, dressing up and doing lewd things with other adults is just what adults do. Are you just some angry incel or something? By the way, if you've been harassed by John Uhler, please let Canine Sentry know. Does this guy not know the difference between furries and bronies? Uh, wow. Now this guy wants to destroy the Trevor Project, who provides suicide hotlines. What a heartless motherfucker. Using the Epoch Times, a cult-run media rag. Holy shit! A quick segue to show just how homophobic this guy is. He takes something rather wholesome, and just because parents consumed porn sometime, no evidence whatsoever for said accusation, they must be predators. The fuck? He does. He also goes around harassing people about child safety when you disagree with them on any point whatsoever. Now, this is a good point. Why would they go out of their way to purchase an incredibly expensive fursuit just to get close to kids? I don't get that. Someone asks for evidence. What is his evidence? Hire expert, dare. This guy just demonstrates why we can't always tell is a load of shit. That doesn't look like a man, bruh. I bet you think that is actually Billy Bragg. Look, dumbass. This is Billy Bragg. Oh god, this this guy thinks body language experts are actually accurate. Oh boy. Watch this video to put that myth to rest. Now he shows brain scans. Well, brain scans that he probably got out of the random because, let's be honest, this guy is not a neuroscientist and claims that porn turns your brain from a normal to psychopathic brain. What's his evidence? Hire expert, der. Speaking of accusations, this asshole shows a picture of Roxy the Foxy, who appears to be a couple that, hang on, could be holding plushies of each other. He has given absolutely no evidence of them attracting minor children. Nothing whatsoever. Oh my, wait, this guy thinks this funsy Twitter family tree is actually creating a family tree? Okay, boomer. Now, I want to talk about someone that Uhler has been stalking and claiming that her boyfriend was a patient of his, which is an obvious lie. You remember that forging of patient documents to try to coerce patients into things they never signed up for? This is where he definitely proves his crimes. Confight is a transferee on Twitter who Uller has been stalking lately and repeating several accusations without anything backing it up. I mean, just look how non offensive these profile pics are. Confight has told me that Uller said her boyfriend was a patient of his under Pennsylvania corrections. Uller is obviously lying because her boyfriend lives in another country and has never left it. She has tried to contact a lawyer about this, but John was suspended before she could draft a complaint. He has also made similar accusations against other furries, but I'm not going to name anyone or reveal identifying information without prior permission, unless it's Uller, whom I will show a lot of identifying information because fuck him. John has not revealed any identifying information if he actually tried to dox somebody. That just shows how much of a stalk to actually prove to everybody that this person was his patient. Might I add, the burden of proof is on you, John, to prove this person is who you claim they are. Nobody is obliged to give you identifying information that you can use to harass them further in any fucking way whatsoever. I will, however, provide ample identifying information about you. To wrap up, this guy is a total QAnon dipshit who is likely going to continue to harass people unless something is done. Other content creators have created videos about him, and I will link them below. Honestly, if he has harassed you in any way, you need to take this asshole to